Limit your comments, please, to 2 minutes, but if you would come up to the podium. Please form a line. Orderly. All right.
No comment.
No comment. All right. We will move on then to consent agenda items. Items number 3 and number 4. Number 3. Consider and take action to approve the treasurer's list of claims and bills. You've had an opportunity to review those, I hope. Any questions or comments, commissioners?
I move to approve the consent agenda item 3 as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Mallett has made a motion, and Commissioner Dobianski has seconded that motion to consider and take action to approve the treasurer's list of claims and bills. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. That will take us to item number 4. And as I've already said, are we prepared for that this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Commissioner Walker, as I said, is not here, so we'll put her back on the agenda. I'll turn it over to you, Commissioner.
Okay. About 6 months ago, we started a program recognizing tenure in the county employees and passing out tenure pins to those employees. And we did a group back in September, October, I think it was. And from now on, we're gonna do it monthly as that tenure comes on, the date that it comes on, or the month that it comes on. And this morning, we have Commissioner Walker, who is not here, and Mary Ann Waters, if you'll come up and let me present this to you. I get somebody to take a picture of her while.
Good thing I dress nice, I forgot about this. Thank you.
Where is that on the actual camera?
Commissioner Mallett, you can photobomb them if you want to.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
All right, nice. Thank you, Commissioner Dobianski.
You're welcome.
Okay, item number 5, County Treasurer, County Auditor, consider and take action on purchasing policies and procedures manual. See attachment 5. We had that on the agenda last week. We elected to give ourselves another week of reviewing all of the components of that. Again, I had a conversation with Commissioner Walker when she advised me that she was not going to be able to attend today. She said that she had gone through it, but she still had some questions on her mind, and she asked that if possible, we would table it until she's able to rejoin us. Does anybody have any issue with that?
I don't have any problem with that. With that being said, I move that we table this until, not next week's meeting, but the following meeting.
Okay, the following week?
Yeah.
All right. We have a motion?
That'll be
We don't need-
the special meeting then,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'll second.
you'll second, okay. So we're going to, that commission,
May I interject?
yes, sir.
Could we make sure that, I got a copy yesterday, was the first time I saw it.
We ought to come to court more often,
I
Judge.
know. I missed the one between Christmas and New Year's when it first was gonna show up.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I don't know how many other elected officials have read it, but it will have a big impact on how we do business. And I suggest we make sure all the elected officials and department heads have copies of it, and get a chance to look at it before I come back, because particularly the larger department, like the sheriff's department, it's gonna really profoundly affect. how
We
do
had the sheriff's department and
Yeah, I knew they
as we
had
were
it.
Yeah.
constructing it.
We didn't get the final version until when you emailed it to me late last week, so obviously with the holidays.
Okay.
We didn't go through it.
Well, I think that's fair, and Judge, we'll make sure that if you do have a copy of
I
it
did
now?
get a copy yesterday.
Okay.
And that'll be 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, Cherie, if you'll make that an agenda item for 2 weeks from today,
Yeah.
we'll work that out. And we had discussed, and Toledo, I appreciate you being back again this morning, but we had discussed the possibility of having a workshop on this. I think our county attorney said, that we could go page by page by page if we so desired. I don't know if that's our desire, but if But if there is enough concern, I think it would behoove us to, as an agenda item, if we can't come to resolution on that and take action, then we should table it to have a workshop and have a full discussion to address any of the concerns that we may have.
Is that
Ms.
considered
Williams?
the credit cards?
Ma'am,
That's considered the credit cards also?
all of that type of thing,
Yeah, I
yes, ma'am.
certainly would need to.
I'm sorry?
I certainly would like to be involved in that because of the things that I do with the victims.
Well, if we have a workshop,
Okay.
everybody would be involved in that
Okay.
respect, yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Okay, certainly. Okay, so, I'm sorry, Commissioner Dobianski, you made a motion that we table it, is that right?
And I'll second.
And Commissioner Husfield was second on that? All right. So Toledo, I'm sorry, we didn't get a yay.
I want everybody, we just need to get it in place as soon as possible.
I understand, because we don't
The
want to
only
go under the
concern is
state.
It was tabled a lot and then it
Yep.
got forgotten about for years and.
Well, my 2018 promise to you is that we will get it done in the earlier part of the year versus the latter part of the year,
I'm gonna
okay?
hold you to that.
And I expect you to.
And that's my New Year's resolution too.
And you need a vote on that, sir.
We're gonna get that in just a minute. All right, we have a motion that was seconded by Commissioner Husfeld. All in favor of tabling the purchasing policies and procedures manual until 2 weeks from today,
17th.
the 17th? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right.
So then on January 17th, is that gonna be a workshop?
Are you wanting to have a workshop between
No,
now
we're
and
going-
then, or-
That's gonna be. a
Here's my thought, is that we will bring it up in Commissioner's Court, and if we're content and happy, we'll take action and pass it or fail it. If we're not content, then we'll schedule it for a workshop in the very short time to get this resolved, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Item number 6, this is to consider and take action to amend Grimes County Policy Manual, Section D, Policy on Holidays, under 4A, see attachment 6. I will tell the court, I have been duly educated on holiday policies, and I've gotten probably more information than I asked for, but the issue that's come before us is on the DA investigators, of which we have 2. Ms. Bender, do you want to speak to it?
Judge, we're just, for everyone's, what we're requesting is just that, the district attorney's office investigators have in the past been treated, the same as sheriff's, department employees as far as use of holiday time. It's recently become, an issue, so, we felt that it behooved us to ask for a policy change. And basically what we're asking is that all 8-hour shift, full-time, non-elected licensed peace officers employed by Grimes County shall be expected to take their holiday time throughout the calendar year. They may carry 40 hours of time over through January 31st of the following year, which is what the sheriff's department employees have. If it's not used by January 31st, it will be forfeited.
Okay.
That's what we're requesting. You think that makes sense that all the law enforcement that are non-elected 8-hour employees should be treated the same across the county.
Okay. Thank you. And I guess the question that came up were, or to me, were the DA investigators, I want to say this right, but law enforcement officers are classified as the same as what we have in the sheriff's department. And I have received information from the Treasurer's Department, from our Human Resources Department on the policy. I've received, or had conversation with TAC, Mary Ann with TAC and the Human Resources. And I guess a few others along the way. The thought from TAC was, and there says, your commissioner's court could determine through policy that the DA investigators can or cannot receive the same type of benefits afforded to the sheriff's office. So in that clarification, whatever our court decides to do, whatever is going to be the best way to handle this. In the past, you've been under the sheriff's office policy. And any questions or comments?
The comment that I have is investigators are called out all times of the night, weekends, just as the sheriff's department is on murder investigations and all kinds of investigations.
Commissioner, can I get you to speak up just a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
They're called out just as the sheriff's office is called out all hours of the night, weekends and so forth to do investigations during criminal activity. So I feel like they should be under the same policy as the sheriff's department.
Okay.
And DA investigators, if I'm not mistaken, are also required, one of the job requirements is there to be licensed, certified peace officer or police officers, am I right?
That's correct. In fact, I carry their commission through the Texas, TCOL. That's correct.
I have the definition. There are three tests that they need to meet. One, in part it says, one, who is uniformed or plainclothes member of body of officers. Two, who has the power to arrest. Three, who is presently undergoing or has undergone or will undergo on-the-job training and or a course of instruction and study, which typically includes physical training, self-defense, firearm proficiency, and so forth. And then it goes on to say, other agencies not specifically mentioned may, depending upon the particular facts and pertinent statutory provisions in that jurisdiction, meet the three tests described above. If so, they will also qualify as law enforcement officers. Such employees, for example, might be fish and game wardens, criminal investigative agents assigned, and it says specifically, assigned to the office of the district attorney. So I think from a court standpoint, we're okay to put them under the sheriff's policy if that's what we desire to do as a court.
For what it's worth, for the past 25 years, I had the very first investigator in Grimes County in 1997. They've always been treated under the same policy as long as I've been in the DA.
Okay.
They're pretty much the highest ranking law enforcement. They have the exact same power that an elected sheriff does. They actually have more power than a lot of law enforcement officers do. So they're
Okay. Any further discussion?
Nope. If there's any other, no other discussion on this, I'd like to make a motion that we amend the Grimes County Policy Manual, Section D, Policy on Holidays under 4A, and have the county attorney investigators on the same employee holiday time policy as the sheriff's department.
I'm sure you meant district.
District attorney.
District attorney, I'm sorry.
But I'll take some more employees.
How many investigators do you need, John?
I have one and she does a great job.
All right.
I second it.
All right, so we have a motion made by Commissioner Husfeld to have the DA investigators under the same, if I'm stating it correctly, you said Section D 4A,
Yes.
which is the sheriff's, or same as the sheriff's office, the 8-hour employees.
Right.
Okay. And Commissioner Dobianski has seconded that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, instead of just referring to following the sheriff's policy, we do want that wording included in the, Grimes County
That's
policy.
fine. And from the Treasurer's Department, just because this does deal with holiday, y'all have asked for or started a practice, have you not, of asking for when people declare they're taking holiday time other than the holiday?
Yes.
To designate that on their timesheet?
Yes, we
And
asked that of everybody.
I-
It wasn't just singling out any one person.
Well,
I asked everybody.
From an accounting and an auditing standpoint, I think that's an excellent idea, just so you're able to keep track of it.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, I might take Christmas twice or something like that. Okay. And are we complying with that? Okay. All right. That brings us to the next item on the agenda, item number 7.
I move we adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn from Commissioner Dobianski, Chad Mallett, Commissioner Mallett has seconded that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried 4.0. It is 9:18. Happy 2018.